Okay, good evening, everyone. Good morning. It depends on where you're from. How are you? I'm Gil. I'm from The5ers, and we're here to recap the year passed by and to talk about what's is upcoming for the 2022. First, before we begin, I'd like to thank you and show my gratitude for you being our traders, coming up to this program, coming up to this webinar. I know it's a very competitive arena lately, and I really appreciate that you've decided at least to hear our webinar, or if you already trade with us, I'm very thankful for that. You're part of what we consider our own success. You vote by your feet by coming over, and it gives us the fuel to know that we're doing good for traders. And so thank you. Thank you. So 2000, so today we're going to talk about what's mostly happened in 2021, and it's going to show you more about what we're aiming for 2022. So to understand 2022 and where we're going at, you need to learn a little bit of what we went through in 2021. And 2021 was a very special year for the industry of funding traders, especially in Forex. Before that, in 2020, there were just the new, it was just the beginning of something waking up. Since 2016, where we were establishing, it was very hard to convince people that what we offer is not too good to be true. It's something to believe and something real to happen. And suddenly in late 2020 and 2021, there was this true breakthrough for this industry, where so many people started to understand that funding traders programs is something for real, something that has true value behind it, and it's actually something that gives an innovative service for you, the simple traders, and the ones that are not working in the big firms, or the ones that don't have very deep pockets or a lot of experience as professionals. So the funding industry had grew up, and it's really explode in 2021. If in 2020, at the early days in 2021, we were about 4 to 6 serious companies. Today, it's you can say there's about 30 or 40 different companies. What is interesting about this is that even if we have so many companies, there are few companies that became serious and respectful by traders, but all of the new companies that came along in late 2020 and 2021, for some reason decided that they are going to take the main two funding models that are presented by the two leading companies, which is The5ers and that other one. I won't bunch names, but ever since the industry is kind of being splitted into two different type of modeling, funding models. And it's interesting to learn that all these new firms are coming with different variation for the very same product. So in 2000, 21, we realized that, and we've started to create, to develop new funding programs and new ideas to see how we can try to give more opportunities to different type of trading styles, to different type of, to different skill levels and maturity in trading, and for different type of different budgets, I was wanting to say. So we've created in 2021 two new programs, and in very late 2020 we've created the aggressive mode because we've listened to many traders that wanted higher leverage. They wanted faster achievement, less limitations, something that we call freestyle. So we created the aggressive mode. That was, then we've became the first company that actually presented more than one module within one company. Then in summer 2021, we've introduced the summer plan. The summer plan is a totally new, different type of funding program where we actually let anyone demonstrate how he's trading for free. And if you were good at it, if you were showing that you're consistent over 3 stages, then you could buy your ticket in. So it was kind of reverse approach for how to being able to get funded. So with that, we were able to provide a lot of opportunities for people that could not afford or that were not feeling that they are ready or confident enough to come and sign up, pay their tickets in advance. So the summer camp, so the summer plan was a huge success. We had about 14,000 new accounts within a month. It was very challenging for us in terms of technology. Our website collapsed every few hours within that, and it took us about 3 weeks to stabilize everything, and it was just explosive success. We knew it's going to be something like that, and so we've stopped it after 1 month, and that was the basis for what we've introduced 2 months ago, which is the bootcamp. The bootcamp is practically based on the foundations of the summer plan. It is a very low cost entry level, so anyone who's not doesn't have the right budget or wants to participate or wants to play demo with the opportunity to be funded at the end of the game, that is the right place for him. So basically, the Fiverrs is, I think, the only company right now that is providing more than one way of trading or one way of being funded. And this is come from the vision that we want to provide our service to as many traders from all these variety of different backgrounds. So that's what we've done in terms of programs. We made awesome progress in many things in more than that. In 2021, we've launched our own MT5, MetaTrader 5 server. Launching the MT5 server, which is our own license, allow us to create a lot of agility in creating programs for you guys. So with MT5s, one of the biggest advantages that we have the control of is to first manage the quality of spreads, the quality of quotes, and many things that we were challenging before with the MT4, we were managed to fix our own with the MT5. So today with the MT5, we have a very unique solutions like the widespread protection, where we would prevent execution on widespread conditions, and that will avoid traders to get into the market where they are being disadvantaged by the market spreads. That usually occurs at late night for the American and European session. We also being managed to aggregate the best spread from many different liquidity providers. The Fiverrs works, I believe, in a different approach where it comes to market execution. The way that we've always worked, but it's enhanced when we actually acquire the MT5 license, is that we manage to work with a few different LPs, liquidity providers, broadcast everything into our systems, and always present the best terms to our traders. In this way, in this manner, we are able to broadcast to you, the traders, the best spreads, and so you would always know that you have a preferred preferred pricing in the market. We did have some traders that took advantage of that, so we had to stiffen our rules about this, but that's the downside of this. If we see any manipulation in pricing by traders, we just talk to them and try to convince them not to work that way. But at the end of the road, what we've been able to achieve with the MT5 is a great service and great quality for you in your trading experience. We've also made some very interesting changes in our payout system. We were trying to mechanize the system by which we were paying out to traders, and we've managed to create something with a lot of automation and coding efforts to create a workflow that will allow to our traders to submit payout requests and get them within a day or two max. So this is something that I believe that it's incompatible with different companies out there, even with brokers. And I think people are really much appreciating this. We have some traders that sometimes they request payouts twice a day and they receive everything correctly. So it's something that we've managed to do in by incorporating and partnering with Let's Deal and having everything done with a lot of automation behind the scenes. Just to make it clear, we have 3 people in our development team that always working on how to improve all the experience for you on our website and the way that you interact with us in the technology interface. So in that way, we are able to, I'm not talking about things that are taken for granted on our side, but we see that sometimes we are amazed to see that on different companies, things that we take for granted are not happening, like having a dashboard or signing up and receiving your account within minutes. That is because we have this automation and all this technology coding capabilities that we're pretty much invest, and it's mainly being invested for you guys, so you have a fluent and easy and transparent experience with us, the 5ers. I want to talk. I will not. I decided not to talk a lot about the competition, but I would like to state a few things about competition. First, anyone who follows my my interviews, and every time I get to speak, I say that I truly appreciate competition, healthy competition, and we at the 5ers, being there since 2016, I think we're trying to play the role of the responsible adults in this industry. And what we've seen in this past year is that so many I can't say it without not being polite, but so many companies that don't really appreciate the value of being there for their traders, and that they are promising things that it's obvious that they cannot back up if they're need at one point. And we've seen that in the past year and a half, few companies that could not actually back up what they promised to, because at extreme situations, they came to the end point where they cannot provide what they had promised. And it's something needed to be discussed when we talk about the industry of the funding arena. And so I know most of you that came here today favor the 5ers and understand what values are our foundations. But tell your friends that if something looks too good to be true, and if something doesn't work in the Excel, and if you don't understand what is the what comes out for that company for giving that extreme terms, usually it's something that puts you in some risk. And we're trying to be as much as transparent and as much as responsible adult in this industry, and not only on the commercial aspect, but also on the risk management and the way that we preach for responsible trading. We believe that putting guidelines for trading is something that is crucial for educating traders to be consistent and to be successful over time. So, and we have a lot of conflicts with traders that want to just have a cheap alternative for brokers that will give you high leverage and give you no rules to trade by. And I want everyone to remind that we are a trading fund, and we are recruiting talented traders like yourself to come and trade under certain professional guidelines. And we are willing to teach and show and guide and mentor anyone who wants to trade in a professional manner. And I think we've proven that over the past years that we're in this business, and we're doing it every day more and more. I think about 80%, 70% of our operation is made to support traders and to create better traders understanding about the market, about risk management, about being responsible, how to create the routine for maintaining consistent trading. If you want to develop yourself as a trader for a career, I think if you come and try to learn what we are preaching for and what we're teaching, you will, maybe it's a longer way for success, but we believe it's the right way to achieve success in trading. So we really much appreciate the traders that stick with us and that they know that when they trading with us and when they embracing our guidelines, we know that you are the serious traders that want to actually achieve success in the longer run. So considering that, we've created in 2021, and we have huge plans for 2022 on how to introduce more support, more professional support like this for you, the traders. So when you come to the Fiverrs, the experience is not just that you get a trading account and now go and deal with it and try to make profit, is more being part of a society of traders that want to outstand and get better and be enhanced and learn and be better and better until you've reached to the point where you can consider yourself a true professional trader. So with that say, we try, and believe me, it's very challenging. We try to create a lot of materials, a lot of educational, and we are about to launch some workshops that will deal with the mental aspect of trading, with more in-depth and sophisticated risk management tools. We are creating tools for you in the MT5, so you would always be aware of how you manage risk and how you manage position and everything. And one thing is that I believe in many years of being an educator in Forex, is that a lot of traders, please don't be offended, anyone, but many traders are having some value of illiteracy in what it is to be a trader. There are so many blind spots, there are so many loops, there are so many cycles that we are going through as traders and that we cannot break. And the concept that trading is a lonely profession and that you do it yourself, it's not as fun aspect like you would expect it to be when you said, okay, I want to be trader, I don't want to have a boss, I don't want to somebody tell me when and how to work. But believe me, you want it. You want it because when you don't have the professional guy standing aside of you, you don't learn anything. And if you do your mistake, most of the time you are not aware of the mistake that you're making. And having somebody, working with somebody that is more professional or is able to look at your work from a side, not being so emotional attached to those trades, he can bring more insights and help you open your third eye, your fifth eye, whatever you call it, and be more aware of how you behave in certain conditions that the market puts you through. So understanding that this is the biggest issue for traders to develop in this profession, we are building up a series of solutions and workshops and education material that you will see coming up gradually in 2022 that will excel your trading skills if you're willing to commit for it. So, so with that, we want to promote the value of the Fiverrs, that we're not just giving you funding, we're giving you much more than funding. We're giving you the funding with the key to develop yourself in a better way. So so we call it in a very general way, term, we call it the Fiverrs experience. And that experience is structured by 5 main modules. First, it's the funding opportunity. We believe that when we build that product should be, that product model should be standalone, as good as possible. So the funding opportunity with the Fiverrs, with the growth, with all the variety of products, the entry products that we provide, we believe that we're doing a very good, we're providing a very good products. The trading conditions that we were mentioning a few minutes before is something that we invest a lot. So our technology and our liquidity providers, we always work on how to improve this, and we're always working to onboard new LPs that will give us more advantage to this. The progression of the trader itself is something that we're really interested in. We would like that a trader, if he comes to the Fiverrs, even if he's not making it to the next milestone, he will look back, he or she will look back at what he had achieved and what he had learned, and realize that he made some progress and some learning in and become actually a better trader. Trading is a skill profession, and like sport, which is a skill profession, you need to acquire this over time with experience, with trial and error, with failing and recovering, failing and recovering all of the time. And through that process, you are trying to improve yourself. As much as you'll get the professional aid from professionals, it will take your journey in a faster and more efficient way. So this is what we're trying to be for you. We're trying to be that guidance, that professional aspect in your in most of your isolated trading environment, work environment. So please use it. And I think all of you know that we have this mentorship program. We call it the the trader analysis with Saul and with Yaniv, and we have the live trading room, and we have with real-time trading, and we have webinars, and we have more things to come and more workshops that we're going to do. But all of this are made for you to take free and to to use and learn and develop yourself to be a better professional. We also work very much on the reward, and reward is not just how you being paid out by the Fiverrs. It's or how you it's a blend of how you receive education, experience, knowledge, awareness, insights, but also receiving high income. I know we get a lot of criticism from people that don't truly understand our payout split model, which is the 50-50. And a lot of people that usually will debate us about our 50-50 and that we are very stubborn to stick to that 50-50, where most of the industry go to 60-40 or even 70-30 in favor for the trader. We stick to the 50-50, and not because we're cheap. It's because percentage is just percentage. And if you receive 80% of 100K, it's not like receiving 50% from 400K. Okay, so when people debate us about our profit split, they're not considering our growth rate, which we're introduced this in 2016, and we're the first, and then came some imitations for our model. But being able to double your accounts every 10% or every milestone, depends on what program you're in, and then receiving that 50%, it's a greater reward than other, just because you have a very easy to achieve, I wouldn't say easy, but close to achieve target. And on that target, you have that step up where you can take, where you can trade with higher buying market power and actually make better earnings. So the percentage is not what's important. But why still 50-50? It's because when we say 50-50, there's also a statement behind it. It means that what you earn is what we earn. We are equal. You bring the talent, we bring the funding and the rest and the technology and everything, and we split 50-50. And I think it has some saying in it. It shows transparency. It's easy for you to put on Excel and see what we get out from your efforts. There's nothing hidden there. And knowing that the 50-50 doesn't affect you and still puts you on an advantage program, and we're being able to be transparent and equalize with you, it's a value that we stand for, and this is why we're not shifting from that as much. And then the fifth model is the relationship. We invest in our relationship with you, and this is why we're trying to build that experience as good as possible and as positive and insightful as possible. We have today we have between 3 or 4 dedicated support personnel, and we're covering about 16 to 18 hours daily for immediate availability for anyone who open a ticket with the Fiverrs. We deal with everything from people that want to ask questions about a program, or people that having issues with the trading, with everything. And we have all the scenarios to help you out, and mostly immediately. You don't need to wait a long time before you get a response, except the weekend, of course. But since we're located in Israel, we work on Sundays, so you get a response also on Sundays. So if you have any urgent question before Sunday evening, the market begins, you would have our response even on Sunday. So with that, we give a very high-notch support quality, and we get a lot of good comments about this. So that's about relationship and let's see what else. So we're just about to end, and then I'll be open for your questions. So if you have any questions, please leave it on the questions box, so I can answer this. I cannot track questions on the chat because it's too much to scroll. But so prepare your questions on the questions and answers, the Q&A modules here on Zoom. So we've covered most of the things, but what we're aiming to do on 2022 is first is to continue with our values, and we want to put the trader, and we want to continue having the trader in the center of mind. And this is what we do. We want the trader to have better experience. We want the trader to have true skill progression, and we want the trader to have an exciting and fun time with us, and overall a positive experience with us. This is why we're investing a lot of efforts, manpower and ideas and creativity and technology. And of course, everything costs money, but that's not the issue, is to provide a true platform, a true workspace for creating and building up you as a professional trader. So please use it. What it means for having the trader in the center is we're going to invest more in trading and more in-depth trading workshops and elements, like in the mental trading. We're about to announce something in the upcoming month about, which is very exciting, about mental trading. We're going to introduce more risk management strategies that we're going to teach you and do workshop with you on that sense. We're going to invest a lot on the routine part of trading. If anyone were with us last year, you remember that during Christmas, the beginning of the year, we were sending out these trading plans and we have this amazing tutorial by Saul on how to make the best of it. Saul was actually creating this trading plan booklet, and I think it's I've been in this industry since 2007, and I never seen this type of trading plan that extensive, that amazing work made by Saul. And we've sending out to about 160 countries worldwide. Few of them were not being able to get because of the pandemic, so we get them back. But we were sending out to about 160 countries, and we're about to make this more digital, and so traders will be able to maintain their trading plan in a digital way and edit it, because revision of your trading plan is part of how to maintain a true trading plan and routine. We will continue to work on the administration and create the better administration possible. Meaning every time you contact us, the way that we communicate, the way that we address your issues, your needs, your ideas, everything, and of course we would like to increase the reward that comes out for you participating with the Fiverrs. If you're earning profits, that's good. Not everybody earning profits, but if you're not the ones that just yet got to the point that you can earn real profits, you would earn experience, you would earn skills, and you will earn a lot of other values than just that. So in that sense, we want to continue and invest on how you feel rewarded from being engaged with us. And of course, with technology, we'll create more technologies, advantages, and of course, with that comes all the trading conditions that we'll try to keep them as preferred as possible all of the time. So that's about it, I think, about 2022. If you already signed this, we've sent some fun stickers for you guys in the past month, hoping that it will come for New Year and Christmas. So some of you already got it, so it just to give you the idea that we just want to that we're thinking about you, and we are with you with the spirit of loving trading, and so that's just a humble thing from us to you, and yeah, we'll try to have this whole thing a fun while you're gaining professionalism. So now let's move on to some questions. Will the recording be shared on YouTube? I believe so. I'll ask Tomer. Are you planning to add gold and indices? Yes. We're about to add more assets in the upcoming months and weeks, maybe earlier. The reason we didn't do so until now is because one of our trading agendas is that we want our trader to specialize in Forex, in specific assets, and this is the assets that me and my partners are most familiar with. Gold and indices do have different behavior and do have different correlations to whatever happened in this universe. So this is why we didn't add this, and we know that once we put it, it changes completely our approach for risk management and for how we actually evaluate consistency for traders. And this was a big challenge for us to add this, because they have different behavior and different volatility and everything. But we know there's a great demand from this, and we still building up the model on how to implement these assets into our programs, so it won't affect the way that we assess your trading skills, and that we will be able to provide you the funding for trading with us, while we have better understanding on what type of trader you are. So this is the challenge. This is why it takes time. This is why we're not so easy to hop on this. I know many other companies do it very easy, but their approach is different. Our approach is being professional, being consistent, and not being populistic. And so this is why it takes longer for us, but we're quicker on other things. We're quicker on creating new benefits and new services and new knowledge that I think more traders in our community are being benefited from. So this is where we actually put our efforts in, but it will be soon. Which is the estimated date for workshop launch date? It will be announced. What and when it's going to be announced very soon. Just before that very webinar, we had a final discussion with a very interesting and well-known persona in the trading American arena. You'll know the name once we'll introduce it, but it's a high-profile persona, and he is pure gold, and we're very happy that he was willing to provide this education for you with us. So stay tuned. It's really, really exciting. Are you planning to adding trading instruments like indices and commodities? I just answered this. Yeah, another question about that. Can you register on the bootcamp as well as buy instant funding account? Yes. If we don't limit what kind of programs you sign up for. You can sign up for a bootcamp, I think, twice in a concurrent time. And for the instant funding, I think you can sign up to 3. I need to ask the team about the true numbers, but this is the thumb rule of everything. You can sign up simultaneously a few accounts with different variety. Actually, we see a lot of traders that sign up for instant funding and the bootcamp right away. So they have a cheaper account where they can just sandbox with new strategies, with something that they want to test. So that is this is real possible. So this is for you, anonymous attendee. I love your name. Any plan for C-Trader in the future? Actually, C-Trader, we were discussing C-Trader for a few years now, and their model is something that we don't really want to incorporate. We've done some tests and surveys about CTrader, and we know that the participation level in CTrader, as much as it looks like a great platform, and it is. I traded CTrader and I just loved it. But eventually, most people would prefer to trade under a unified platform like MetaTrader because there are more resources are made for that platform, and for CTraders, there's less. I know in other companies that were using CTrader, eventually they abandoned that because of a lack of the participant. I wish it was different situation because I really love CTrader. It is a very cool platform. However, if I need to decide on one and unified system where we can provide our best services to you, that today it would be MT5 because it's where is the most demand, and this is how we can simplify all the technology and the administration behind providing you that all our services, and not being occupied in modification to different environments for it just energy wise it doesn't worth it. I wish it was different. If because I said I love CTrader, if I could be convinced and easily convinced it's there are going to be higher participant in this, I would truly consider this, but not at the moment. That's my honest reply on this. Trying to pay for a program with my credit card. Is it declining because, well, it's a personal issue. If you have any personal issue with paying with credit cards, so first, it's something that we've done also in 2021. I didn't mention this, but it's on the administration chapter. We've now incorporated with 3 different card processing providers. So once you get to the final stage where you sign up, if something doesn't work up, you can go back and try a different provider. We have Nuvei, we have Stripe, and we have a straight through processing aggregator for Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, which is the default. If something doesn't work, just try and toggle for a different service. Eventually it will work out. If it still doesn't happen, please contact our support on chat, telephone, or just open an email by sending a ticket or by the contact us form from the website, and you'll get a quick response and assistance on that manner. Matthew is waiting for MT4 tool to be coded for me to be used for your MT5. If this cannot be done or delayed, can I trade the copier? Yes. So it's something I didn't mention. We've ended the life for our MT4 server. I think we're going to shut it down finally this weekend, and we've decided that MT4 is again the same consideration with CTrader. These are MT4 and MT5 are 2 different ecosystems. Although they sound similar, they are not. They are not unified in how the structure of the data and the API tools that we have to incorporate with. So we've decided to end the life for MT4 because we have less control of how we can provide true advantage for our traders, and the quality of the service over the MT4 was below our standards that we want to provide to our traders. So we've decided to end that. So anyone that have MT4 tools, and many of you do that, you go and sign up for any broker that provide a free demo account. You run your MT4 tools on it, and you can broadcast it to an MT4 to an MT5 account by a copier. I cannot recommend on any copier because I have no control of their terms and the quality of execution. It's up to you to decide if you want to try it, and then if you want to, if you're willing to take the time to test it and see how reliable it is. I can tell you for a fact that we have a lot of traders that work by this scheme. So so it is possible to copy your trades from a different broker into our MT5. Why you don't give verified track record? That's the anonymous attendee again. Well, we do give verified track record. If you go to your MT5 and you create your own report statement, it's verified. I'm not sure if I ever encountered this kind of question in our support. I could ask this, but if you want us to verify with a stamp on your performance for any reason, please contact support and we'll try to work it out with you. It's okay. Okay. A question about trading US stocks and gold on the MT5. So as I said before, we are about to add more assets in the upcoming weeks. And I don't think it's going to be US stocks because it's a whole different ballgame. I can tell you that something is cooking on this thing called US stocks, but it's yet to be announced, and so it just keep it secret for now. Anonymous attendee has a lot of questions for somebody who's anonymous. Yeah, I think he's asking about the 80-20 payout ratio. I think we've discussed this in the presentation before. You have a lot of questions, so please contact support and we can have a phone call with you and we can address all your questions much easier. But I've stated why we stick to the 50-50 and why we think it's more transparent, more fair, more easy to follow and to process, and it doesn't really affect the way that you're actually benefiting from your trading with us. So, so I will not talk too much about if 20-80 or 70-30 or whatever ratio is better than 50-50. At the end of the game, it's just a percentage. It depends on what whole value you put on that percentage. And we believe that we provide a lot of value for our 50%, which can be greater interpreted to true money from others that gives 80 or 70, whatever. Okay, so this is our statement for that. Will we get any course on how to trade each new class of assets? Well, something that, well, I used to be in education for many years before the Fiverrs, and I had taught, and there's a lot of education material that we've put up with the Fiverrs on supply and demand, because this was and price action and market profiling, which was my specialty when I was active trading. So these are the things that we were being able to educate on a non-formal way. It's we're not going to do education because education is something that needs to be specialized, and we want to emphasize and invest our time in providing better funding environment, and not to invest in education. There are a lot of partners of ours that do education. So if you want, you can contact our support and we can recommend for you a few of them so you can go and learn. We don't want to teach strategies because it's strategy is not the end of what you need to uh, to acquire for being a good trader. So if you're just on the level where you need to, where you want to acquire a good strategy, it's it's too early for us. We want to be engaged with traders that know what they're doing and that they have already a good sense and understanding of how they trade. But we'll be willing to recommend anyone that recommend you any course that comes from our partners. Will you keep supporting MT4? No, we don't. Anonymous attendee have so many questions about Seed Raider. We've talked about it. No. Will we have a community chat room? We well, community chat room. It's a good question, Ronnie. So for many years, we're debating here inside how to incorporate community. And there's so many different platforms out there where people can discuss the quality of the service and everything. And we want to keep the Fiverrs, at least within the Fiverrs website, as professional as possible. We know sometimes people have questions and want to compare conditions and want to do, you have it all over. We have the our open support group on Facebook. It's called the Fiverr Support Group, where you can freely discuss anything, criticize, answer to criticism, ask questions of curiosity, and get information, everything you can do there. The type of community that we want to create is the community that gather around the true essence of trading. So one key platform that we've created is the Trading Idea platform on our website, where you can actually discuss and present your ideas or react to your fellow traders' ideas of trading. And if the discussion is about trading and about analysis and about understanding of the market, that is the type of discussion that we want inside our website. If it's a more free way of talking, you can do it on the on different group or on the support group on Facebook. We plan for 2022, we plan to create some workshop, and that will be for limited amount of team members. And these little groups will be, you will be able to find your trading pals and start communicate with them as trading pals and create your own relationship with people, exchange ideas, and maybe team up for trading. But so this is the type of community that we want to create, that is highly involved in the actual trading. And the cooler talk, the coffee corner discussion is going to be continuously on the Facebook support group. Andreas, what about TradingView? Well, wait and see. We're trying to incorporate with the TradingView. It's on a very early stage, so I cannot promise that we'll be able to do it, but we do have our channel on TradingView, and I urge everyone to go there because we broadcast streams in there with a lot of education and trading analysis, and we also publish trading ideas that coming up from our own analysts within the company, by Yaniv, Saul, Ruben, Alex, sometimes myself if I have the time. So go to TradingView and see there. And about the platform, it's just wait and see. I can't promise anything, but we're truly looking up for learning it. Would there be, if I was the Discord group? Well, for now, we're satisfied with Facebook. Maybe we'll see. Not at the moment. Can we trade copier from CTrader to MT5? If you find this solution, then no problem. We allow any source to be copied into MT5. If you find that solution, go for it. Anonymous attendees asking a lot of questions. Every 2 questions is by you. Please contact support and we'll discuss it. Can the Fiverrs start doing trade performance statistic reviews like lot size, traded, trading pairs, results, etc.? If someone, I'm not sure I understand your question. If we're providing a lot of performance statistics on the dashboard, which is specific statistics. If you're asking on general statistics for the whole trading room, personally, I don't like it. I think it's misleading information for many, where you see that, there's a saying that I could be drawn on a lake that is average depth is 30 centimeters. But the average is not everything. It's I can go and drawn on 2 meters hole in it. So when you presenting a global statistics of everything, what does it say about you? What does it say about your performance? So this is, well, we are a very technology oriented company, and we have the capability of doing so. And we're not doing it because it has no value. It's just pure nothingness. It's so we don't do things that have no true value to it. So this is why we're not doing it. Hedging a trade is not allowed, correct? No, hedging a trade is allowed, David. You can hedge your trades. Although I know that a lot of people think that MT5, because MT5 default is for non-hedging account for FIFO structure, but we've customized our MT5 to allow hedging, so you can do so. Any update on the Swissy pairs? Well, every week we've discussed. Well, first, for those who doesn't know, Swissy pair, we've created some limitation for trading Swissy franc. That is because there's growing chances that the main bank of Swiss is going to intervene and manipulate the pricing in a very severe way. And every day we see prices going to that target that we can estimate that the Swiss bank will take action. So in the past month, since we've started to put limitations on the Swissy, more and more brokers joined up to this way of working with Swissy. They don't want to be exposed. I can tell you that the Swissy limitation came not from us, but from our LPs. 2 out of a few LPs that we work with decided to restrict the margin on the Swissy. And when we've asked them, they gave us this approach. We went and investigated this, and we've learned that we don't want to put this risk forward to you guys and also to us. And I think by having these margin restrictions on Swissy, it also it's going to do the same thing that it did to us. It will get you intrigued in learning what drives the market in terms of that Swissy now. So if you know that there is some restriction on it, go and learn the reason why, and maybe you will feel more. You will feel why it is, and if you want to practically trade that Swissy and take these risks. Anyway, it's our policy not to try to eliminate possible risk for you traders and for us as well. So as long as more brokers and high-profile financial institutes are doing the same, we'll continue restricting the Swissy. I know it's not a fun statement, but this is life, and this is our profession. We need to deal with reality and not with the things that we wish for. See, there's a lot of questions. Some of them are long and too specific, so I won't answer them. Somebody's asking if we're willing to pay a monthly salary. A monthly salary. I know there's this promise around from one broker, but it doesn't work in our models. So currently we're not considering this. Because if you're a consistent trader, you'll be making much more while you actually profiting in the market. And if you're not consistent, we don't have any interest of paying paying a fixed income for somebody who doesn't deliver for the fund. So it doesn't really make sense unless we were highly involved in your trading management, which we don't want to be, because our concept is totally different. So if we don't present this type of management with you, then we cannot offer salary, monthly salary. If you were an employee of ours and we would be able to have a say on everything that you would do in trading, then we could have considered this, but it's not scalable. We cannot do it for the thousands of traders that we currently manage at the very current time. So we're not considering it. It just doesn't work with our model at the moment. If anyone else suggests this, then the model must be different, the management model. So yeah, that's my answer. Okay, why do you set a minimum of active trading days in the bootcamp? It's a good question, Clement. The reason is because we don't have a time limit for the bootcamp. You can practically trade it as long as you need for years until you reach the barriers, whether it's the target or the stop out level. So if there's no, so to limit the possibility that somebody is just abandoned the account forever, we need to put an end for it, because it's overload our server with a lot of accounts that are not active. I think it makes sense, at least for us. Basically, we are looking for traders that are active. If you have any issue for a specific time period, you can talk to us. We are very available and reasonable people. So if you tell us that you're going on a hike for the next 6 months, we can freeze it for you, and everything will be okay. If not, if you just left the account untouched, it's going to be expired. So that's the reason why. If it's not the reason why your account is being ideal, then just talk to us, and we can fix it. Can we have stats of the most consistent trader on the Fiverrs since the beginning? Well, again, so the5ers, I think, is asking, I hope I pronounce your name okay, is asking if we can share statistics about the profitable traders. We don't do it. I was stating before about statistics. We don't do it because I think it's nothing about yourself. And I think one thing that is bad about the internet and all these social networks is that you see all these heroes all of the time, and it's very frustrating. It's like looking at Instagram and see your friends that are having this perfect life with perfect food, with the most handsome plates and the best bikinis, and nothing is real out there, because they're not showing you when they're sad, when they fail, when they struggle. And it's not something that you can learn from. It's something that you can only jealous from, and look at heroes of one trade will not make you, or will not drive you to be a better trader. What you need to do is you need to dive inside of yourself, understand what triggers you and what makes you better. And your better is not my better. Your better is maybe doing 10 pips a day, and my better will be doing 10 pips a week. You know, it's really depends on your personality, your individuality, and seeing those heroes out there will not do you any good. And I think this is a bad idea. I wouldn't want to publish out there. We do show some heroism out there. We like when people brag when they pass to the next milestone and they are allowed to publish this, and we will republish this on our social networks to show you that a lot of people are able to achieve success within our guidelines. And I think that's enough. We will not brag on somebody else's success unless he's willing to collaborate on this with us. And I think it's also gives a bad impression for you, for others. So that's why. So the last question from John. Please note that an anonymous person is not one person. Okay. Okay. Andy is asking how many traders already got 1 million funding, or the highest amount. It's a question we get a lot. It's I can tell you that not many. There's only few tens that made it over time, and that's all we can say. We disclose these numbers and these people, and I can tell you that that when people get to these levels, they usually sometimes they just leave the Fiverrs because they start to being engaged with higher profile institutes to work for, because they had achieved that consistency. So we consider that the Fiverrs is a step forward for building career, and these people are now, when they get to these stages, they know that they can maintain a true career for high profile companies, and they go for it most of the time. Yep. So that was the last question. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you so much for showing your confidence and for trading with us. Just last statement from me is that our concept is to take the trader and give him much more than funding. We want to see you thrive and being a better professional. We see your success as being developing, as being progressing in that profession, and acquiring that skill take time, and we're here to engage with you and help you out to acquire all these aspects that will make you a better trader. So consider the Fiverrs not just as a funding platform, but also a platform that will excel you to be a better trader yourself, and hopefully you'll be happy with what you achieve with it. And we are also very happy to collaborate with our traders. So if you wish to present a webinar, if you wish to be more active on the trading room, maybe sometimes host a guest trading room, feel free to nominate yourself, contact us on support, and we are very happy to sometimes do such collaboration, because we want to see our traders being part of giving away and being generous with their information, with what they know, and this is one key goal for us in 2022 and upward, is to build a community that is two-way, traders that receive and traders that give, and with that we're going to build something that is really thriveful and prospering and fun and eventually will get success for most of us. So thank you very much. Have a great year ahead. Have a happy Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate. We love you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.